Hello and welcome to another video. In this one we're talking about everything Mechs. What Mechs could come into the 3060 tech, what interesting things will they bring in, and also a change to how mech packs are being structured? Yes, all that will be discussed in this video. So let's go down to our first bit here, which is at the end of the January announcements. We have the light mech for the Inner Sphere pre-order. It's not the Fire Moth I wanted it to be, but oh well, it's a light and that's good because we've been drowning in heavies and assaults for so damn long. But this is a very interesting sentence. You can look forward to the announcement of a new set of mechs in early March. That means that we're going to be getting a new set of mechs. It's explained later down, we'll get to it in the future. But there's going to be new mechs that are heralding from the era of 3060. So we're going to get those, but this is the real cool part. Ushering in more than a simple adjustment to mech pack structure. That one sentence is huge. There's so much there that we need to unpack. Why would they say this? Well, it's because of the skill tree system. It's changing. We're going from having to need 3 different variants of a chassis in order to level up those mechs to just having a single variant. Just take that one mech and level it up. So then, why would I ever buy multiple mechs at a time? What's the point of the $20 package where I can buy 3 mechs at once if I only ever need one? Maybe I like those different variants, but maybe I just want to buy 1 or 2 of them. You know, that's the idea we're coming across here. That's really cool. I love it that they're going to actually redefine the mech pack structure and put it in such that it's going to be fixed for the skill tree system. Because if they didn't do that, there would be a lot of like, well, this kind of sucks because you have to pay all this extra money in order to just get the one variant that everyone wants, and everyone really just wants, like, say, you know, for example, the Kodiak pack, because everyone loves Kodiaks. You could buy the Kodiak pack and then just get the 3, but you just want like 2 or 3 3s, so you can set them up in different ways, you know? That kind of thing. Like, you wouldn't want to get all the other Kodiaks. They're not as strong as that one. So I really like it that they're going to change that around. I'm not sure exactly how they're going to do it. One idea I had that where they could go is along the lines of what they did for the clan heroes, where they just basically said, you know, here you go. Here's the new mech. You can buy a variant and it's going to be a set cost, and select your variants, and depending on how much the mech weighs or something like that, it's, you know, $5 per variant, and then the hero's 10 sort of thing, or hero's 15, or however they do it. And you just sort of mix and match. I want that variant and the hero, and then buy sort of thing. I would love to see something like that. So a really cheap a la carte, I would gobble that up. But that's it on that. It's a lot of just speculation. I really want to see what those packs are in March. So let's go talk about what will be in them. We have to go all the way down to the bottom into the finally a special announcement section. Coinciding with the early March announcement of these new technologies, that's when we'll learn what weapons and tech we're getting. 4 new mechs will be announced and launched for pre-order to herald this new era. The Inner Sphere and clans will be receiving 2 mechs, with at least one of the 2 respective mechs hailing from the 3060 era. So what that means is that in March, with these new technologies, with the information about them, they won't be introduced until the summer, but the information about the techs, we're also going to get 4 new packages, exact same time, 2 for IS, 2 for clans, and at least one of the 2 for each of those is going to be from 3060. They don't say here that both of them have to be from the 3060 era. So this could still be an opportunity for them to put in some older tech that is, say, from the 3050 era, that maybe is sort of like on the cutting edge, and maybe had a prototype, something that they can just sort of sneak in there now that they have the future tech. Or maybe a variant of a chassis that only had like 1 or 2 variants in 3050 tech, but will have a whole bunch of variants in future tech, and maybe they can put that in there. Now, there is an absolute incredible quantity of mechs that they can choose from. Coming up to here, we have a whole bunch of Sarna tabs open, and if you don't know what Sarna is, it is the BattleTech wiki. Go to it, it's amazing. Find this category, technical readouts, and open up these ones in particular. If you see revised and upgraded, revised is the exact same one, but taking out the unseen. If you don't know about the unseen, Google it, just so that there's legal issues. And the upgrades are actual ones that contain new information. So if you look at this and you see 3050 revised and upgrade, you want to select the upgraded one. But if you just see 3055 and revised, you can just select the 3055 one, because the revised is just taking out that legal issues. But moving on, I've opened up all of these down to 3067. I didn't do the 3075 because that's probably outside of our exterior bounds and the technology that we're going to go. And I went through them, looked through them, and thought, do I want any of these? And thought about it. And I thought about a light, medium, heavy, and assault for both the IS and the clans that I thought would be interesting. So you can just see here, I'm going through these. You can scroll down in them and they tell all the different battle armors and combat vehicles and inner sphere and clan mechs that were introduced through this document when it was initially released. But what we're going to do is go through those 8 mechs that I would like to see. Now, I'm not saying these are the best mechs or like the ones that they will choose. It's just ones that I like and ones that I want to see in the game. So it's all my personal feelings. But first we have the inner sphere, and we're going to start off with the light. And I have chosen the Anubis. It comes out in the year 3063. And why have I chosen this? Well, the Anubis comes with a bunch of missile hardpoints in its armament. You can see it there in its art in the side torsos. One thing that is kind of lacking for IS lights is good short-range missile carriers. Currently, the Oxide is the king of it. It has those missiles, and they're nicely spread out, they have lots of room. Everywhere else on the IS lights, you have missiles being either on a Locust, which is too light to carry a bunch of SRM 6s and 4s, it can only carry 2s, or they're center torso locked, so they can only take 2s or 4s and they can't take double 6s. That sucks. Also, this mech comes with stuff like ECM suite and possible stealth armor. That's so cool. So this mech could be like a 4 SRM4 XL, like 255, 30-tonner with ECM that's really sneaky. You can just come out of nowhere, fire in some missiles like an Oxide does, and just take off again. Sounds so good. I would love to see this in game. Some of the other variants have just, again, missiles, although these are using rocket launchers. I don't think those will come in. They'll probably just put in regular SRMs and fake it for the 3R. But there's also ones with energy weapons, so you could do a standard like ER medium laser build on it. It's really cool. I love the mech. Moving on to the medium, we have to have the Uzil. I mean, the Uzil is the poster boy of Mech Warrior 4. And if you smack an Uzil on the front page of Mech Warrior Online, you will get so many goddamn Mech Warrior 4 fanboys just like, you'll be amazing. I even got Mercenaries open right now, so we can take a look. We can head into the Mech Lab, and we can take a look at the Uzil there. Where is she? There she is. Ah, such a beautiful mech. I love it. The Uzil is amazing. But, let's see. What does it come with? It has an LB2, a medium, ER medium laser, showing off that new tech, large pulse, ER Smalls SRM6. It's a 50-tonner. It has an XL engine. It has the ability to take jump jets. It's really cool. It's got maybe some issues with sort of big side torsos. Might be easy to shoot off, but I'm sure that Alex Iglesias can just make those absolutely beautiful. I want to see his rendition of the Uziel. I will love it. Moving on to the heavy, we have the Avatar. Now this is interesting because this is the first, pretty much, Inner Sphere Omni-Mech put together. It comes out in 3056, and it is the Draconis Combine stole Vulture Omni-Mechs, or captured them on the field, which is the Mad Dog, and put this thing together. It's 70 tons. It's got a 280 engine, which is a good engine for like the amount of tonnage you put into it, the speed you come out. That's like that's one of the break points. So that's a good engine. It'd either be the 280 or the 300 would have been good on this thing. So it's got a decent speed, and you know, it's got a wide plethora of hardpoints, a bunch of ballistics, at least 3, at least 4 energy, at least 2 missiles. This thing would be able to do a lot of damage, and it would be the first IS Omni. That would be so cool. I would love to see IS get Omni Mechs. It'd be really interesting to see how they could balance the IS Omnis with XL engines. I know, people, we have difference of opinions on those, and I always hear it in the comments. It's really interesting, but it's going to be really telling. The first time they add an Omni Mech that can't change off an XL engine, how much will they have to buff it so that the XL engine isn't a problem for it? That's going to be interesting to me. But moving on to the IS Assault, and there's no way we can't do this, the Fafnir. I want to see the Fafnir so goddamn much, because it is just 2 heavy Gauss rifles. And for sure we got to show that from MechWarrior 4. Open up here, Fafnir. Look at that thing. Look in the weapons. Look at the heavy Gauss. It's so large, and it just wants to get up in your face and shoot you. It's amazing. These things are absolutely incredible. They came out 3063, maybe a bit later than they're gonna go, but I think they need to do this mech. It is, again, one of sort of Mercenaries, sort of flagship homeboys sort of thing. It would be so great. It shows off the heavy Gauss rifles. It shows off things like plasma rifles if they wanted to go with those variants and do that weaponry. Ultra 20s, light fusion engines. This mech would be absolutely amazing. And it would be another 100-tonner with high-mounted ballistics for the IS. They would cheer for it, because all their other 100-tonners, the Atlas has very sort of knuckle-draggy weapons. The King Crab is in the same issue. The 100-tonner on the IS need to have that nice high-mounted thing. This would be basically the IS equivalent for our Kodiak 3 right now. It would be able to be on par with the Kodiak 3, which would be ridiculous, and I would love to see it, and it would be so powerful. It would be a bit slow in total, but it would be good. Moving on to the clan stuff. The Cougar. Now this is what I want to see. It's not probably the best mech out there, but the Cougar, it is basically an even slower adder. And people will be like, wait, you can make a slower adder? Yes, slightly slower than the adder, but the thing hits like a medium. Like, it has as much weapons as a medium, or even a light heavy. It's ridiculous. I love this mech. I loved it from MechWarrior 4. We'll take a look at it here. It just hits like a truck. It's got some good maneuverability. There it is, the Cougar. And it's got a lot of weapon hardpoints, and it's a good Omni-Mech. I would love to see it. It's gonna be a bit weaker because it is slow and it's a light, but I want to see it because it's nostalgic to me. Moving on to the medium, I would like to see the Arctic Wolf. And the Arctic Wolf came out in 3059, and it is an Omni-Mech that is pretty much based on being a CERM boat. It's got 6 CERM 6, 2 CERM 4s, and a Narc missile beacon. And a monstrous engine, right? No. Oh, it's not a monstrous, it's just 280. Still pretty good for a 40-tonner, so it's able to get some pretty good speeds. 119 kilometers an hour, and it would just be the ultimate sort of cavalry mech, the ultimate running around the side, charge sort of thing. Go around the back, alpha into the back torso of something. It would be amazing in scouting. It would be a great. I just want to see this mech so bad. We're gonna take a look at it here as well in MechWarrior 4. Where is it? There we go, Arctic Wolf. Look at it. All those missiles. In this version, it has 4 Streak 6s compared to the stock Prime version or whatever it is. But yeah, not many other configurations, but they can make some up for it. Moving on to the heavy. Of course, it's got to be the NovaCat. I'm from Clan NovaCat. I have to say that I want that NovaCat. It's from 3059, and it is basically a Nightgear, but for energy weapons, where the Nightgear has to pretty much take ballistics because it has so much tonnage and such little amount of space. The NovaCat is 5 tons lighter. It does not have ferro armor. It has endosteel, but it just has so many more crit slots for energy weapons to pad double heat sinks for. Absolutely amazing. We're going to take a look at it here in MechWarrior 4 because we can. Because we can. NovaCat, NovaCat. There it is. Ah, so great. Just a plethora of energy weapons. Because I want my avatar mech, man. I want my totem mech. I want to get my totem mech and go around just like the frickin' bears have their Kodiak. But in the very last, something to showcase some amazing, powerful tech, the Blood Asp. This would be what the Fafnir is for showing off new IS tech. The Blood Asp would show off new clan tech. Production year of 3060. The Blood Asp comes with 2 Gauss rifles, 4 heavy medium lasers, 2 medium pulse, and a Streak 6. So we got those heavy medium lasers. I mean, like, it's a 90-tonner. All configuration A has jump jets that I think you can switch on and off, so you'll be able to control your jump jet quantity. The configuration B has an ECM. Holy crap, this mech would be amazing. Can you imagine an ECM jumping 90-ton clan assault with 360 engine, so that it's not actually that slow. It's going 65 pre-tweak or any bonuses, and it's 90 tons. It would be amazing. It would basically just be like, well, you Highlander 2C, you're obsolete, just like the Mad 2C did it to the Warhawk. The Blood Asp would do it to the Highlander 2C. That's a future video. But, just Blood Asp, because Blood Asp. Please, give me Blood Asp. I wanna have that Alpha Strike. But that's gonna be it for this video. You can go to Sarna, search technical readouts, get onto this page, read through all of these. There's so many goddamn mechs here that they could introduce now that they've jumped the tech. We have enough mechs that if they put out a mech pack every month for the rest of time, we'd probably not get through them all. So that's exciting. But for now, thanks for watching, and good hunting.